What's up, everybody? Thank you all so much for coming out today. We have a full house today, some fresh faces. You guys ready to be on TV? Yeah. Today on the show, we have a very special show. The excitement, the unforgettable and amazing show today, Comedy Hypnosis. You do not want to miss this show. Very good show today. And we're all here. Are we ready to get hypnotized? Some of us here? Yeah. Nice hyped up audience. I like it. Our first guest on the show, we have Stan Klein. Give him a hand, everybody, from Trinity Temple. And you have some products to show us from your store, which is the Magic Source. Right. And who do you have on?
Stebbins. I like Stevens better. Introduce yourself, Lee.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm Reverend Lee Dupe from Trinity Temple.
Welcome to the show. Now, this is a magic shop, so you've got some products from the store, right?
Yes. It's,
okay.
But one thing I'd like to point out, it's not illusionary magic like you would see in a Las Vegas magic show or something. This is metaphysical magic.
So this is religious?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start off with what you have for us today.
Do you want to start, Cynthia?
We have chalices. These represent our goddess. We use them during rituals to take libation out of. We have a mortar and pestle, which we use to grind herbs to make incense, which we again use in our rituals.
One of the herbs we might use is an herb called mugwort. This is good for the smoke from it when you burn it as an incense. Helps with the shift of consciousness and working with the psychic. And
so it's spiritual.
Doing divinational type work, communicating with the spirits. And what we do is we would take this and with the mortar, grind this into a very fine powder. It's the one part of ritual that I like the least because it's the most work. Because you really got to get it ground down fine. But we also use other herbs as well. A lot of you are probably familiar with chamomile. Well, we use chamomile flower buds. Has the same properties as the tea you drink. We use it for the same reasons. We have ginger root, which is another spice. These would all get ground together to blend. We take different herbs and blend them for the type of incense that we want to do a particular type work or a particular type service. And a lot of these you can find in your local grocery store. You know, it's very common things that we use. And we also have some cloves, which everyone's familiar with. The ginger would be used when we want to add power or strength to something that we're doing. That's the type of effect you get from the ginger. The clove is going to aid us if we want to get rid of something. It's good for cleaning things out, making things better, getting rid of problems you might have. So we add that into the incense. And you can come up with, there's no specific formulas. I mean, you'll find books that have formulas that use this much of this much of this. I know when Lee and I'm pretty sure Cynthia too, when we go to blend an incense for a ritual or for any particular, we just kind of go in our closet and we grab this bottle and shake some out in this bottle and a little pinch of this. Now we know some things like the cloves. If you ever grind these to burn them for incense, never use more than 2 cloves because it's very, very strong. And any more than that, you can start to damage nasal tissue, have respiratory problems. I mean, it is smoke. When you're burning incense, it is smoke. So you just have to keep that in mind. Just because it's incense, if you get it so thick you can't see through the room, you're going to hurt yourself.
So you have
the
to be
same
careful.
as if you had a house fire with the smoke that thick in the room. There's no oxygen. So, you know, things like this, things that are a hot spice normally in your kitchen, use them in very light moderation if you're going to put them in an incense and burn it.
I see some knickknacks on the table there. Are they similar to the Buddha?
Well, we have a couple Buddhas.
Okay, you do have Buddhas up there.
You want to get those, Lee, and maybe get them where they can see a little better look of it?
Yeah, we have our
Are those considered
little
good
Buddhas.
luck?
Usually they're considered good luck. Some people will actually put them in their car, especially when it's sized like this for traveling. As you see, we have one, he's all packed and ready to travel, and one in a more meditative state. I know one of the uses of it as a meditation tool is actually to take a Buddha and stroke his stomach as a meditative aid.
Oh, wow.
We also have
The dragons?
We have a pair of dragons in the back. Again, if you were using this from a metaphysical standpoint and you wanted to guard your house, you could put the dragons over your windows, or you could put them by the door as guardians to your house.
Okay, let's briefly go through some of the other items that you have there.
The pendulum. My board stand is made this. Let me tell them about that.
Okay, this is what we call a divination board. I'm sure a lot of you at various parties sometime throughout your life has seen someone pull a ring off and take a strand of hair or something, and everybody sits around and asks questions, and depending on which way it swings determines what the answer is. People have been doing this at bridal showers and baby showers and things for years. Well, I make various different little boards. This one was done with the various phases of the moon as a connection to our religion, because we do follow the moon phases. So I produced a board as that, even to go as far as to bring those phases into the lettering, so that the lettering went from light to dark in the complete cycle around. This board would normally be laid flat on a table, and then you would ask a question. And depending on how the pendulum would swing, would be determining your answer.
Oh, wow. So it's...
This is a very, very old skill, art, and game. It's a very big, like I said, I've heard many baby showers where they'll
use a needle.
yeah, it can be anything. It's just a pendulum, something hanging or suspended.
And these are
Now this one happens to be a smoky quartz crystal
Okay.
that is being used right here, and it's a very nice pendulum. I kind of like it. But going on with that, along the divination line, these are some things that are called runes. They're from very, very old times. These are called Elder Futhark runes. They date back past the Saxons, but it's used to be for two purposes. One, it was an alphabet that was used by the ancients. And two, they assigned meanings to each symbol. So they could pull these symbols and read the meanings of it to a particular question, Is tomorrow going to be a good day to try to go somewhere? Or should I plant my crops this week or next week? Just various different kinds of questions were answered by the runes, much like fortune tellers today use cards. Reading a standard plain deck of cards. Or you have someone that gazes into a crystal ball and answers your questions.
And I see you have some, are those cards up there?
these
Yeah.
are cards. These
These are tarot cards.
Okay.
These are also a form of divination, or ways to answer questions about yourself, answer questions about what may be
I
coming.
think it's sealed inside.
Now, one misconception people have about tarot cards, all the decks are sealed.
Yeah.
They do not tell you the future. They tell you the influences that are going to be present. It's up to you to decide what you do with that.
Have
That
you found
would
them to be very accurate?
If you have a good reader, it is one of the most accurate things you can put your hands on.
So it depends on the person who's
It depends on
conducting
the
it.
reader. It
On the
depends
reader.
on who's reading the cards. The cards themselves are not going to, if you just toss them out, tell you much unless you know how to interpret them and read them.
So it takes a skill to do that.
It takes a skill.
It takes time,
We teach
it
it.
takes work, like anything else anyone does.
Well, I thank you very much for bringing these products. Give them a hand, everybody.
Thank you for having us on.
We're going to give something away, right? If you can just hand me the shaker right there. We'll pick a number. Let's see. What are we giving away? Stan
Buddha?
Klein.
We're going to be giving away a Buddha.
Okay,
We're going to give away the
giving
meditation
a
Buddha.
How would you guys like a
meditation
Buddha? Okay. Let's pick a number. Let's see. Let's see. Lucky number 17. Congratulations. Okay. You're in the Buddha.
We got the Buddha.
Okay.
All the way in the back.
Do you want to take it down?
We ship it out. We'll give it to you. Don't worry.
You have to declip.
Well, thank you guys very much. Do we have
Thank
anything
you.
else?
We have one. Yeah.
One more thing? Okay.
An incense.
An incense? Okay.
Incense?
Let's pick another number. Let's see. Who's the lucky person? 5. There you go. Congratulations.
I'm gonna give you an incense. It's a lotus.
We will be right back with Hypnotist. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.